So we're doing a deep dive into a screenplay called Fault Lines. It's nominated for Best Romantic Comedy at the Portland Comedy Film Festival,
Nice. And when is that?
December 8th at the Clinton Street Theater. If you're in Portland, definitely check it out. We'll put a link to tickets in the show notes. So Fault Lines, it's about this woman, Amanda, who's going through a divorce. Pretty messy situation.
Divorce, huh? Yeah, that's definitely fertile ground for a rom-com.
Yeah, and she ends up getting involved with a married man.
Oh, even messier. Now that's some good conflict right there.
Exactly. Get this. Broken bones, long-distance sex, and ecstasy parties.
Wow. Sounds intense. But it's got to have heart too, right? Otherwise it's just like a soap opera.
Yeah, they say it's got emotional depth too, which is what I'm really interested in.
Yeah.
Like, how do you balance all that drama with the humor that you expect in a rom-com?
That's the trick, isn't it? To make you laugh and cry at the same time.
Right. And what I found really interesting was the writer's statement. The writer, Dana Cera, she's been working on this story for like over a decade.
Wow, a decade. That's dedication.
It started as a novel inspired by High Fidelity, that book and movie about the guy who revisits all his past relationships.
Oh, yeah, I remember that one. It was all about understanding why relationships fail, right?
Exactly. So it seems like Dana was exploring those same themes.
Yeah, and she even mentioned something about a personal dilemma she had, something to do with an affair.
Right, like she actually went through something similar and was talking to people about it, getting their perspectives.
That's so interesting. I mean, infidelity, that's a really complex issue. There's so many different viewpoints on it.
Totally. And speaking of viewpoints, the judges' notes from the film festival, they mentioned that the main character, Amanda, is flawed, which I think is a good thing.
Definitely. Flawed characters are way more relatable, right? Nobody's perfect.
Exactly. And the judge even said she's someone you can root for despite her questionable choices. I like that.
It's all about finding that balance. Flawed, but still likable.
Right. And the judge also mentioned that the screenplay needs great stakes, urgency, and conflict, which makes sense. Got to keep things moving, right?
Absolutely. Makes you wonder, what does Amanda have to lose? What's she risking?
Yeah, all good questions. And what really struck me about this whole thing is, like, it makes you think about boundaries in relationships.
Yeah, boundaries. Like, where do you draw the line?
Especially after a big life change like a divorce, things can get pretty blurry.
So true. And to think this screenplay came from a real-life dilemma for the writer makes you wonder how much of her own experience is in there.
Right. I mean, how much is fiction and how much is based on reality? Fascinating.
It really is. And it raises some interesting questions about love, commitment, all those gray areas in relationships.
Right. Like, what would you do if you were in Amanda's shoes?
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy to judge from the outside, but when you're in the thick of it,
It's never that simple, is it?
no, not at all. So, yeah, if you're intrigued by all this, definitely check out the Portland Comedy Film Festival and maybe even Fault Lines itself. We'll see if it wins Best Romantic Comedy.
It'll be cool to see.
Are you submitting your creative work to film festivals? There are small details that could potentially be the difference between getting selected or rejected on the film festival circuit. Hi, this is Michael Fair, and I've been a film festival director for more than 15 years. I've reviewed thousands of submissions. Would you like me to show you how to present your work in a way that every film festival director loves to see? You wouldn't believe how many submissions have incomplete information that negatively affects your chances of getting selected. Avoid common, costly mistakes that other filmmakers and screenwriters are making every day. Before you spend another dollar on submission fees, you should purchase the Film Festival Submitter's Handbook, now available on Amazon in paperback, ebook, and Kindle formats. Click on the link in the description of this video and order a couple of books today, one for yourself and another for a friend who is ready to start their film festival submissions journey. Thank you.